Kojin aren't ready because, well, that next step takes a bit. Which means... Where are you? This one. We're gonna start off by working on this quest sequence that we started and then just kind of abandoned. Which is a whole bunch of Little Mermaid themed quest names. So, this is Onokuro. It is a lovely place. The people here are incredibly warm. Take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set foot on the island, he offered to take me on a tour. What are you looking at? Get lost. Get lost. Why don't you get lost? Wait a minute. I know you. My comrades talk about you all the time. My apologies, sir. I was only just joking with you, of course. You can never have enough rich or powerful friends. That is why I approached your young charge. Figured if I help her now, she'd someday return the favor should I ever need it. So, what brings you to our island? Looking to learn more about a fairy tale? I know nothing of fairies or tales, but mayhap I can direct you to someone who does? There's a fisherman who visits once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he's old as the seas themselves. I reckon he, or if anyone, would be able to tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. You should be able to find him at the Quickscapes Pier. Thank you for your assistance, sir. We'll go speak with him right now. Not to worry, little lady. Just be sure to remember my name and pay me back when the time comes. Yeah, let me get right on top of that. Archon, did the kind gentleman ever give us his name? Nope. Without a name, I'm afraid I will be unable to send payment for his help. It is terribly unfortunate, but there is little that can be done. Now let us promptly make for Quickscape Pier. We do not want to miss the fisherman. Toph, can you please stop? That cord is not for you to play with. It is not for you to put your teeth anywhere near. That cord is important, and we don't chew it. You may sit here. Am I going? Ah, that way. Hello there. Is there something you need? To tell the fisherman of the Ruby Sea. Ah, yes, indeed. Been a long time since I heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me. Or perhaps my great-great-grandfather? Or perhaps my... Doesn't matter who you heard it from, just tell it to us. Oh, my apologies. You're right. That particular detail is not relevant to the tale. Let us see if I can remember how it went. I very much hope you have not forgotten it. You might never know the whole tale if you have. The tome I received as a child was so tattered I could only read bits and pieces of the story. I recall now. Once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onokoro who saved a Kojin of the Blue from the maws of a terrible beast. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid. When taken, it would allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. It was there that their journey together began. They visited temples, palaces, and villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including a beautiful princess who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient Tamamizu potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather, or perhaps his great-great-grandfather. To continue the story, upon being given this mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. Immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea, where they lived happily ever after. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. Archon, from what we have heard, I can only assume the story took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return to Suino Sato and see if we cannot dig up any mention of this incident. And thank you very much, sir. You're a man of great wisdom. And back to fishing he goes, and back to the sea I go. Okay. While I know little of what life is like on the surface, it seems to be a lovely place. The people are incredibly kind. Are they, though? I grew up listening to stories of how pirates would slit your throat the first chance they got, but those on Onokoro seemed rather cordial. Or perhaps I have your presence in part to thank for that. Shiosai shall be joining us shortly. Most stories in Suino Sato are passed down orally. She should be able to tell us if any of our own stories match the tale the fisherman recounted for us. Tale in which a Huron fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Kojin and wed in a palace under the sea? It's almost as if it is a story about Shisui of the Violet Tides. Though, the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a Huron might be something of an embellishment. To the contrary, Your Grace. I believe many generations back, a Ruby Princess and a Huron man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Till now, I had considered it to merely be a tale spun by the elders for their grandchildren. Yet, it is possible that the story is true. There is a chance that the remedy also exists. It is not impossible. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. What you tell me, however, has revived my hope. You're a born leader. Through your actions, you have reversed all our fates. It is incredibly kind of you to say. But without this wonderful gentleman beside me, we would have never come so far. Indeed. Master Shade, please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you're here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you're about to announce your intention to travel to where the Cauldron of the Blue reside in search of this miracle cure? I wish you safe travels. Interesting. Okay. Archon, at long last I can see the light. Hisui might finally be saved. Okay, what's next? Archon, are you ready to go? Good. Then let us immediately set out for Tamamizu. Moisuno Sato has, for the most part, isolated itself from the rest of the world. We've had some little contact with the Cauldron of the Blue. This, however, will be my first time visiting their village. Been there before? Excellent. Then you should be able to show me around. This away, right? Yeah, that's Tamamizu. Just need an entrance point. This? Oh, that'll do. Tamamizu. It's not so different to that of our own village. Where should we begin our search for this ancient Kojin remedy? Ask some acquaintances for advice? Well, I have met some Kojin during their stay in our village. I'm afraid I cannot recall who any of them are. Wait, perhaps I spoke too soon. Merchant who gave me the tome. If I'm not mistaken, he goes by the name of Inbon. Let us go search him out. Okay, Inbon! Many years, so it's difficult to be absolutely sure. But I think this is Master Inbon, the merchant I told you about. Inbon? That's my name. Do we know each other from somewhere? Name Kurenai ring a bell. Kurenai. Yes, I remember now. You're the little girl from the palace. People grow so fast, they do. Changed so much, I scarcely recognize you. Master Inbon, I am glad to see you've not forgotten me. I sought you out today to ask you something regarding the book of fairy tales you gave me long ago. I remember that one. What would you like to know? Looking to find a cure for your sleeping friend? Most noble cause indeed. I'm an avid collector of ancient tomes, and one of them is the exact remedy you speak of. An elixir that can wake those who have fallen into a deep slumber. Truly? Then you might share with me the recipe so I can recreate it? Recipe should be easy to find. The necessary ingredients, on the other hand, not so much. What do you mean? To make this potion requires the shell of a bloated yumemi. Giant yumemi that has had over 100 years to mature. Decades have passed since one of these was last spotted. Your only hope would be to capture a yumemi larva and wait 100 years for it to grow potent enough to make your cure. Cannot be. We'll find one. Absolutely right. Just because none have been spotted in recent times does not mean none exist. We search hard enough. We're certain to come across one. Perhaps it is as you say. If you were to look hard enough, you'll find one. If you're serious about this, I would suggest you begin your search in exile. It was formerly considered a prime hunting ground for these creatures. Kelp was often used to lure them out of hiding. I shall go and gather some straight away. Good. Gather the most succulent stalks you can find and take them into the cave. If any bloated yumemi are present, they'll immediately be drawn to you. Or perhaps you should have this man here take them. You appear to be as strong as our gatekeeper, you do. No doubt you'll be able to make quick work of whatever appears. Come, I shall meet you at Exile in a bit, kelp in hand. Okay, where's Exile again? Somewhere this way, got it. There's our exit point. Ah, this is Exile. Okay. Made sure to collect the longest and most luscious stalks of kelp I could find. Here, the hunting grounds Master Enbud mentioned are in the deep recesses of the cave just over there. When I gathered, the bloated yumemi's great age is what allows them to accumulate an incredible amount of magic, most of which is concentrated in their shell. We can only hope that, should one be here, it'll be tempted out of hiding by the sweet smell of its favorite food. Into the cave we go. There's just a regular old yumemi. I need a big one, guys. Big. Big yumemi. Bloated. Massive. Corpusculent. Oh, you're sturdy. Why did that stun not stop you? Whatever, you're dead. That one's naked. Don't look at it. It's not TOS friendly. Let's put naked things on my screen square. Enix. Come. Master Enbund grew worried and kindly came to check on us. Did you have any luck in the cave? Yup. Is this what I think it is? You did it, Archon. Procured a bloated Umemi shell. Perhaps the very last one in existence, even. So this is the shell rumored to be capable of curing any ailment? Looks nothing like that of regular Umemi. We're able to find one so quickly, it makes me wonder if the bloated Umemi is not as gone as we think. Mayhap they simply began burrowing deeper into the earth in response to our excessive hunting. Must make up for this grievous miscalculation. Please, give me the shell. I shall make the remedy you seek and deliver it to Suino Sato. It may take some time to prepare, but should be well worth the wait. Thank you very much. Now Hisui might finally be saved from eternal slumber. Archon, once again I'm in your debt. Together, let us return to Suino Sato that we might share the story of our success with Shiosai. Cool beans. Let me out. Is this not Suino Sato? Yeah, it is. Okay. Shiosai has been duly informed of all that happened. When I told him of how you slayed the bloated Umemi, his eyes went wide and his mouth dropped. Rarely do I ever see him so surprised. Then again, he has every right to be. The efforts have allowed Master Inbun to set upon making a remedy that should, in theory, have been impossible to recreate. Which reminds me, I believe I owe you an apology. You were only to escort me to Tamamizu, but due to my own inability, you were forced to do so much more than that. Truly, I do not know what I would have done without you. In addition to saving my people, you have opened up my eyes to the world. Through you, I have come to learn so much. When I finally return to Shisui of the Violet Tides and reassume my role as the Ruby Princess, I shall look back fondly upon the memories we created together on this grand adventure. Till such a time as Hisui awakens, however, I shall remain here. Sorely hope that you shall too. Don't want any of those. Just give me that. Master Anbun has yet to arrive with the elixir, but we must not allow ourselves to grow impatient. He'll come to us as soon as it is ready. The longer we wait, however, the more I worry about Hisui. Shiosai assures me she is doing well and that, thanks to one of our own ancient remedies, her bones and muscles remain strong. Even so, I feel compelled to confirm this with my own eyes. Let us go to her. Okay. Having her brought from her room should not be much longer. Looking upon her, I am reminded of the Ruby Princess from the fairy tale. What causes you to continue sleeping, my friend? Initially, I had feared the void sense that possessed her had driven her soul from her body. Now, I suspect Hisui's spirit has simply gone dormant. It is attempting to recuperate from the trauma it endured. Master Anbun's elixir will likely restore what vitality has been lost. Indeed, that is correct. turtle! Master in bond. I brought the elixir. In the olden days, we'd sprinkle this over the eggs that refused to hatch. It should serve to strengthen the soul of the Kojin within. Sprinkle? You mean to say Hisui does not need to drink this remedy to recover? Drink it? There's no need for that. All we need to do is pour this over your friend. Here, I made plenty. You think it was too hard to animate them pouring it into her mouth? Sweet. You're awake. The Kami. Finally awake. Sorry for everything. Princess, what are you talking about? Think that you had to travel so far and overcome so many obstacles to save me. I know not how to thank you. Tis I who must thank you. Think nothing of it, Princess. As your lady in waiting, it is my duty above all else to ensure that you are protected. Welcome back, Avelli. Oh, Hisui. Truly, I am blessed to have you in my life. Girls, they're identical. I cannot for the life of me tell them apart. Well, then it's a good thing they wear drastically different outfits, huh? And have completely different hairstyles. Indeed, there's a great resemblance. Master Shade, now that Lady Hisui has awakened, Her Grace must return to the palace and resume her duties there at once. Phone cameras are a lot better than they used to be, though. Well, I ask that you say your farewells to her here. I do hope that this is not the last you'll see of each other. I have watched Her Grace blossom into an intelligent and capable young lady under your care. It has made me think that being sequestered in a castle is not the best way to raise our rulers. Ya think? You've saved us in more ways than I can count and taught us so much. You mean you had to be taught that keeping your rulers imprisoned in a castle wasn't the best idea? You know what? That's so ubiquitous in fairy tales, I'll give that to you. Go lock the princess in the tower. It's for her own safety. So, it is here that our grand adventure together draws to a close. I, however, would like to enjoy your company for just a bit longer. Please allow me to escort you to the gates. Is this the last stage, or...? She'll forever cherish my memories of our travels together.
Whenever I look back upon them, they will fill my heart with a serene happiness. Came from afar and braves the depths of the sea, all so you might rescue a sleeping princess. The story has a familiar ring to it, does it not?
Are you implying I'm supposed to marry her because I'm a Miqo'te, not a Hyur?
Indeed. Just as with the tale of the fisherman, they sap someone who's recorded our story too.
Ooh, self-referential fourth wall breaking.
Sadly, this is where I must part ways with you. It's time for me to return to the palace. Farewell, Archon. Farewell, Suino Sato, or rather, until next time. To take Her Highness's place while she is away, I do not imagine it would be too hard for her to sneak out whenever she pleases. She has difficulty telling us apart. All we need do is exchange clothes, and no one will be any the wiser. To prove my point, here's a quick test for you. Look very closely and tell me, am I Kurenai or am I Hisui?
Hisui.
Must admit I am impressed. To think that you could tell the two of us apart despite the fact that Princess Kurenai and I swapped garb earlier. Well done. Just as you have guessed, I am Hisui.
Also, like, you totally played your hand there?
Apologies, I am terribly confused, Your Highness. I am the real Hisui. My dear Hisui, you have sucked all the fun out of my little trick.
No, I'm Spartacus.
Archon, it is as she says. I am Kurenai. That even you should confuse the two of us, however, is incredibly reassuring. Now, truly, this is where I must leave you. Life is a long and winding journey, and I'm certain our paths will cross once again in the future. Until then, I ask that you keep on smiling and maintain the wonderful disposition of yours. Fare thee well, my friend.
There's more here. Oh, they stopped to wave first. I appear to have leveled up.